just saw that. I think I just saw that somebody was even asking when we're going to go live. 8:45 local time. Okay. What time is it where you are?
It's almost 9 a.m. So
Okay.
starting the day here.
Well, good morning to you, my friends. Good morning to everybody else who's joining today. Over on the other side of the pond, and my side of the pond, it's a little late. Um, but it's fine. Actually, it's very late for most people here in the Americas. It's very early for most people in Western Europe. It's right in the middle of the day for Asia, which is nice. And I'm joined, of course, by my friend, the one, the only, Sergi. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, good morning, Josh. I'm doing great. What about you?
Ah, well, I'm doing better than you are for the moment, right? I saw in the news the whole region, Andorra and Portugal and Spain was I mean, do we know? Is somebody running Slack? Like too many people running Slack?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we had a power outage here. Well, it's 2025, and it's kind of surprising that this can happen. But yeah, it was just about 10,
So
12 hours, so it was not that bad. Not that bad. But that reminds us how dependent, right, on the grid we are, right? And we can't do anything without electricity here. But yeah, we're back. Everything is restored, right? So happy to be here, joined by you. Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you. I mean, I've been waiting to see you. In a few weeks. I'm excited. I'll see you then. But I'm even happier I can talk to you right now.
Yep.
'Cause, the problem in a couple of weeks. When does Spring IO? Is like 20th or something like that?
Yeah, 21st we're gonna have workshops. 22nd and 23rd is conference days, so Thursday and Friday. So
Okay, so
just 3 weeks from here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Look at that. So that I'm really excited to see you, but I'm not really gonna see. I mean, you're gonna be running around. Nobody. I'm gonna give you a big old hug, but it'll be like hola, goodbye. There's no time. So I wanted to sit down with you now before your hair is on fire, trying to catch up with everything and just see how you're doing. Talk about the conference. I'm this is my one of my top two favorite shows on the planet. Obviously, it's every year it used to be in Madrid. It's in Barcelona. We had a conversation like this a few years ago in advance of the conference, and then COVID happened, and I'm not sure that our conversation caused COVID, but in theory.
Well, I'm really happy that after COVID, we're even better than before COVID, right? I'm really glad that the community is there. It's growing every year. This year, tickets sold faster than ever, right? So we have more than 100 people on the waiting list already, right? I'm really sad for them because they won't be able to join. But that shows the strength of the community year after year, right? And I mean, spring leading the market again, right? The strength of the community is a good sign, right, to be a spring developers in 2025, right? So I'm really glad that I invested in spring back in 2005 when I started, right? So it's been my what I've been doing for my day job, right, since then, and that's great.
Yeah, and I'm super glad. I'm super grateful you did as well. You run a conference, obviously Spring IO in Barcelona. It was in Madrid years ago, and now it's in Barcelona. And why did you start this? What was the
Well, I started this because I was a Spring user, right? So I'm a developer myself. I love the Spring, right? And I was also delivering the official Spring trainings for SpringSource back in the days, right? SpringSource was the company behind Spring, right, before being acquired by VMware. And I was like, well, I have the community because I was running a Java user group as well, right? With several other folks. It was the largest Java user group covering the Spanish-speaking countries, having more than 40,000 members online. And I was like, oh, I have the community. I know the Spring team. I love a Spring, so why not having an event, right? So we can all meet together, right? And that grew, right, organically since then. I started kind of small, as you mentioned, in Madrid, because a friend of mine was a professor at the university, so we were doing this at the university. Well, you were there, right? I was seeing some of the pictures from, I think it was 2012, right? Where you were already in the first editions of a Spring IO. And I think that version 1 of a Spring IO is completely different from what we have today, right? So I call it like version 3 of a Spring IO. We have gone through different iterations, right, and making it more professional. But the growth has been organic, right? And I would say that this reflects the community as well, right? So like a Spring where we have the community, right, contributing to the framework, right, and growing the framework. I always say that the Spring has gone from the bottom up, right? So it's basically right, Rod, Jürgen, and many other folks that started the Spring, and then all the community has pushed that right into what it is today. And basically, the conference is a reflection of the community, right? And I'm really glad to see. Yeah, so
it's become
I'm
more
really glad.
effective.
But yeah, it was just like something natural for me because I love a Spring, right? And I was a Spring user, and I thought that I would like to go to a Spring event, right? And I want to have it right here because back in the days, well, we had the Spring 1 Europe, right, which stopped, right? So I was in Spring 1 Europe in 2007, I think. But yeah, I think that we had like 2008 and 9. But after that, there was nothing. I was like, hey, we need to have something, right? So I'm missing like meeting with the Spring folks and everyone.
I missed that too. I have a question. Are the sessions online already?
Yes. So you can go to 2025springio.net. There's a button, or you can go to /sessions.
Oh, okay. And are the sessions, which 23rd of May? I'm looking for which ones I'm doing.
Yes, you are on the 23rd of May. You have 2 of them. You're going to be joined this year by Rod. I'm really excited about that. Because Rod, it's the first time for Rod, right?
Yes, and Jürgen, right? That's the
Jürgen as well. I mean, Jürgen is there every year. Really glad.
Am I not doing my standalone talk? I just realized.
You're doing the Bootiful Raw VM
with Thomas.
With Thomas. That's correct.
That's gonna be great. And then we got the legendary Rod and Jürgen, and then I will be there. I will be there to serve them coffee, and I'm that'll be fun, right? Like these are both going to be very, very good talks. Okay, good. So yeah, I was just trying to confirm what was there, and of course, there's going to be the keynote.
Yes,
which should be fun. We'll figure out what that looks like, soon.
Yeah, I think the keynote will be really interesting. The keynote will be kind of a teasers of other sessions that will be at the conference, right? Talking already about the Spring Framework 7, which is going to be released this year. That's going to be another generation of the Spring Framework and the Spring Boot. I'm really excited about that. So that's going to be a really, really good year for Spring and Spring Boot. We can have the teaser at the conference, at the keynote. But yeah, we'll have like 10-minute sessions, right, with different teasers. And I'm also excited about Spring AI because Spring AI is supposed to be released, right? Maybe the day before Spring IO, right? At those dates. Fingers crossed. Well, let me tell you one thing. Conference-driven development really, really works, right? So, if you align the milestone right on the conference, you have to get it out. So,
I think so. I sure hope so. Okay, the Spring AI project is a very problematic project, not because of the project itself, but because of AI, right? Like it's just it's just moving. It moves too quickly, much too fast. I don't approve. I told them to slow down, stop it, just stop being so fast, AI, and they didn't. So now the Spring AI project is always just so fast, But that'll be there.
It's not only this, but that there are a lot of other models like Chinese models, which are really hard to use because they require maybe a Chinese mobile number. The documentation is in Chinese, right? And they are already in the core, right? So maintaining that after GA is kind of hard, right? So we're trying to just decouple these models from the core so it can evolve. We can guarantee the maintainability of the core. So it's a hard work. It's a hard work for sure, right? Apart from keeping up with AI. So the Spring AI team is doing a great job, right?
I couldn't agree more. I love that team. And some of them will be there as well, of course. It's a big year. Spring Framework 7, like you mentioned, that'll be in November, and we have Spring Boot for November. Huge. Did I misunderstand? Wasn't this supposed to be in a different conference venue or something like that? Or did I?
Well, the thing is that Barcelona is going under renovation, right? And there is a plan, a long-term plan, like 10 years, right, of renovation of the area where we have the conference, right? And I really love our venue. Well, you've
Me
been there,
too.
right? I think it's the perfect venue. It's really centrally located, really close to the airport, right? With a lot of facilities, a lot of
Beautiful.
for tourism. Yeah, it's beautiful, right? The thing is that next year this is going to be destroyed, right? Because
I thought
well,
it
the
was
whole area will be.
here,
We're gonna have it there, right? So we're safe this year.
but
Safe.
I thought we weren't safe this year. I thought.
No, we are safe this year, right? But we are not next year, right? So they're going to build a new Congress Palace next year, but this will take about 3-4 years. So we'll have to wait for that to be built. So yeah, that has been my main headache for the last year. Trust me, right? Going for visiting different venues, different cities, right, and trying to figure out where we can have a Spring IO next year and the following years, right? Because Spring IO will be there, right, for many more years.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's really hard, right? When you go above like 1,000 attendees, it's hard to get a venue, right?
Right.
That fits our needs. But yeah, the good thing is that we're safe for 2026 as well, right? So
Okay.
we have already the contract in place and the venue secure for 2026. I'm just going to reveal where it will be at the Spring IO this year. But we're safe. That's the good news. That's the good news.
I think about that because I love that experience of going to Barcelona, which is Maridido, and then going to this wonderful conference. It's the only conference that could keep me indoors,
even if it's like beautiful outside.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in Barcelona in springtime, the first thing you're thinking is not, I want to go inside, But Spring IO is so good that I'm like, okay, I want to go inside, and it's the only one I can think of that would do that. Any other conference, maybe I would be, I'd do the minimum and then leave. But yeah.
Yeah, but as always, right, the Holy Track is one of the best tracks, right, at the conference, right, all these conversations, and this is the only possibility where to meet all the Spring community, right, and this is really, really valuable, right, all these personal connections. I mean, we'll know each other for several years, right, but you start, you always meet new people from the community, right, so new ideas, it's great, right, to have that.
And it's great to put the names of people.
Oh yeah.
To fix this. I'm getting older and my brain is no good, but whenever I meet somebody whose name I recognize from online, I'm such a big fan. I always fill my phone, it always fills up with photos of like me meeting amazing people, I love that. Okay, so the big themes we talked about, that AI for me is huge, and then Spring Framework 7, brand new generation. You've got Rod freaking Johnson, like the creator of Spring, is coming, and of course Jürgen. If you're at Spring IO, you already know Jürgen. Jürgen is I love him. They're both great, but Jürgen is he's still the lead. He's the number one contributor to Spring Framework, and every day he just works, and he's so for him to be there is wonderful. So that'll be great. I don't know. Anything else we should know about? Is there like any other conferences we should be thinking about?
Yeah, well, as you can imagine, this year at the CFP, everything was about AI, right? So everything was about AI. So I tried to restrict a little bit the number of talks on AI, but still, right, showing what's possible with the Spring AI. But in our daily jobs, we still go to databases, right? So we do other stuff. We build REST applications, right? We do more stuff than AI, right? So there are other real-life sessions, right, on how to build, I don't know, how to use hexagonal architecture, or the one that I'm really looking for is the API versioning as well, right? Which will come out in Spring Framework 7, something new that we didn't have in Spring Framework, which was request, right, for a long time. But we also have a lot of sessions on security this year. I think that security, because I remember in the early days, no one wanted to talk about security, but now security is really, really a theme, right? And we have Daniel, right, there covering some of the Spring security
Daniel
main,
Gunn
main themes. Yes. Yeah, and many other talks on security. So I'm really happy to see that as well. Another theme I would say is optimization, right? Project lighting as well, and all these, right? So we're gonna have that covered by Boris, right? From the Spring team, but we also have Anna Marie from Oracle. So that's gonna be another big theme, I would say, right?
Yeah, so we've got Thomas. So you're talking about optimization, right? We've got
Yes.
Well, first of all, actually going back to the security thing, that's interesting to me. Two things in my mind, okay? Because you're right. Security used to be very you didn't hear about it as much. I think there's two reasons. One, security for an application developer meant login form, and that's sort of it 10, 15 years ago, Now there's so much other stuff to do. And second of all, people have realized, just like with DevOps, where you put the dev and the ops together, you have SecOps, right? You have security people working in the same team. And then third of all, Spring Security has gotten really easy, like super, super easy, to the point where you can have a 45-minute presentation and show a lot of stuff, And so, anything with Daniel Gagnon-Marot is going to be good. Then you talk about optimizations. I'm looking forward to Sebastian Deleuze's discussions around JSpecify, and then of course Thomas Wertinger, the creator of GraalVM, like the founder, the vice president at Oracle who works on that. He will be doing a presentation, and I will be there to serve coffee and to tamp his face with a wet cloth in case he gets too hot. I'm going to be there as well. We're going to be looking at some of the insane magic tricks that you can do with the Spring and GraalVM. And I'm a little bit I'm a little bit nervous about that one, if I'm honest with you, just between you and me.
Because of the compilation time?
Well, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm even more nervous. No, I mean, like Rod and Jürgen, I've done presentations with. They're both way, way smarter than I am, but they're also very patient people. I don't know if Thomas is going to be so patient with. Look at me. There's not much to work with here, So I'm hopeful he'll be okay. He won't be like and just throw the laptop off stage.
I think Thomas is a really patient guy as well. Yeah, so he'll be fine.
Must be if he has to wait for those builds. It's gonna be. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be able to do a presentation with Thomas. I mean,
that's the first time for Thomas as well at Spring IO. I think I was there having dinner with Thomas at Devox last year. But
you also, first time for him. Yeah, I pinged him last year, 2024. I said, hey, we should do something together, and we talked about this. And it's like, yes, that's actually it's a great one. You, sir, one of the things where you can bet, you can bet money that one of the things we probably might talk about is WebAssembly, right? And that's one of the things that you and your conference, WASM.io, helped make available for the world to see, right? There was a great presentation with Dr. Fabio Nipaus just a month ago, I think. One of your other shows.
Because WebAssembly was really tied to other languages, right? Call it like Rust, right? Or even Go, right? But there was nothing on Java, right? And I was really happy to see Oracle, right? And the GraalVM team, right? Supporting WASM both ways, right? Actually compiling Java into WASM and then using WASM, right? Within Java, right? So going full circle, and still the early days, right? But that could be right an option to run Java on either even like a broader devices, places, right? And I'm really excited about that, right? And the GraalVM team has done a really, really good job, right, on supporting WASM.
They're always giving us new magic tricks, taking Java to places like would not think were possible 20 years ago,
Right.
So anyway, all that excitement. Every year I come to Spring IO and look, I know about all this stuff. I mean, I'm not very smart, but I do pay attention to the news, And every year I already know what most of these people are going to talk about, and I still learn things. I know broadly about what GraalVM is doing, and I know broadly what the Spring team is doing and all that, and I still learn things. I love Spring IO. I love that because I come away smarter. It's a
So
wonderful.
if we have an audience here today, what are people looking for at Spring IO this year?
Oh yeah. Chat. Let us know. What are you expecting to see there, or hoping to see there?
One of the main themes would be to meet Jaws. I know, right? It's funny because sometimes I get emails. It's like, hey, is Jaws going to be at the conference this year? So I get emails, right, about that. Right. So even before like publishing any talks, so that's the main theme for sure.
I can't wait. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I wouldn't miss it for the world. That's one of my favorite shows. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some fans here of Daniel Ganyamaro. He and I did a talk at one of those other conferences, not Spring.
He did a really great job last year. Security is hard, right? Because not because of Spring Security, but because security is hard, right? If you want to configure auth with the Spring Security, you first need to understand what auth is, right? But Daniel did a really, really good job, right, in kind of demystifying and make it seem like it's really easy, right, to use security, right? And that was one of the most voted talks last year. So I really love Daniel.
Amazing. I'm looking. We see somebody said Paladin said they're looking forward to some Spring Modulith coverage. Do we have that? We must.
Yeah, we do. We do have some Spring Modulith. It's a couple of sessions on that.
Nice. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think that Ollie couldn't make it this year because of his daughter, right? Some personal things. It's actually the birthday of his daughter on those days, and priorities, right? We need to have priorities, but we do have some coverage, and actually we have a pre-conference training as well, right, on Spring Modulith, run by Victor Rentea. It's a full day on just that topic.
Oh, that's going to be a very good one. He knows his stuff. Let's see. We've got workshops. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got workshops. We've got a whole bunch of good talks. Yeah, the only problem that I have is that I cannot see them all, but most of them are online, right? So I can grab those.
Yeah, all of them will be online after the conference, maybe a week after the conference. So you don't have to wait a lot.
Okay, this is going to be great. I don't know. I feel like I just wanted to talk about it. I just want people to know they should be booking their tickets. They can't book their tickets. It's all sold out. There's 100 people in the waiting list. Okay. We have a question here. Can students attend?
Yeah, unfortunately, all tickets are sold out. So we are kind of late, right? But one of the things that I would like to do, right, and this year was kind of late. That's my fault. Is to try to get more, let's call it youngsters or students, right, or younger people, because we're all the same. I feel like, and that applies to all the Java conferences, right? So we kind of grow, and the new generation, maybe they're attracted to other technologies, maybe the front, maybe I don't know, right? But how can we make this young generation, right, be part of our ecosystem, right? And I think that supporting all these students will be really important, right, in the next edition. So certainly, right, next year we'll have some student program, right, so you can join a Spring IO, right. And I think that we need to do something, right, as an ecosystem, right, to attract all this new generation of developers, because otherwise there's no motivation, right? And I want to see like new people in the ecosystem.
And some of the people I've even look, me, I go to a few conferences every year, and I don't always remember. I'm starting to see the same faces. I remember them at this conference, and some of them were very young when they started working there and started, contributing, and now it's been years and years, I've seen them. I remember some from before the pandemic, so it's a good little conference family you have built there, my friend. Very well done.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things is that Spring should start at the university already, right? So I collaborate with a local university here. So I have some of the volunteers that come to Spring IO are actually students at the university where Spring is taught, right? So they have really they're really interested in Spring, so they come to the conference not only to help but also to learn, right? And I think that that interest should grow from the university, right? And I think that a couple of weeks ago I asked on X and Blue Sky if there were any the university teachers, right? That were teaching spring at the university, and I think that this is really important, right? That so we can just kind of get this new generation of developers into our community. So I would like to see like more teachers, right, and exposing Spring at universities. I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be
So there are people at the university that use it, that are like teaching it?
Oh yeah, certainly.
¿Me,
A lot of
me-
them.
me puede contactar,
Sure.
conectar con la universidad, por favor?
Yes.
Yes. I'd love to do a lecture, guest lecture or something for them, remotely.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
This place, we talk.
Certainly.
Oh, that's great. See, this is why you're so great. You're a teacher. You're connecting with the local universities and the youth. This is a great show. I'm telling you, one of my favorite shows. People who are going to Barcelona for the first time, it's not going to be cold, so don't pack your heavy winter jackets. It'll be warm and nice, and bring your sunglasses and walking shoes. Anything else they need to know?
Yeah, and also there are a lot of people that come to the conference by their own, right? So, and of course, this is intimidating because you meet like more than 1,000 people at the conference. And one of the things that you should do is to connect with other people and get new connections after the conference, right? Or while the conference, right? Which they last after the conference. And one way to do it is by joining our pre-conference meet and greet, right? We call it the Spring IO Connect Mixer, right? And while grabbing a beer, you can just talk to other people before the conference starts, so you know some faces when the conference starts, because it's sometimes hard, right? Because we are going to different sessions and meeting new people in between sessions is hard. But if you do this work before the conference, it's easier, right? So you can go to the conference there, like know some faces and make these long-lasting connections, which is one of the main objectives, I would say, of these conferences, right? To connect with people, know new members of the community, right? So make sure to join the pre-conference meet and greet, right? It's going to be somewhere in the center of Barcelona, on those like narrow streets where you can get lost, right, in the Born district, and that's intentional because you otherwise you will just stay in the venue area, right, and not move too far from that area. So I force you to move from that area to the center at these narrow streets, which are nice. And then meet other Spring fans, right? So do it before the conference.
It's one of the safest cities ever. It's a beautiful place. Just absolutely, yeah. You should definitely walk around and get explore. You'll love it. Okay. I just wanted to have this quick conversation. I just really want people to like feel what I'm feeling about this excitement and to be ready for it. And I'm so happy. I'll see you soon, my friend. Like 20 days from now, 3 weeks from now, we're gonna be in beautiful, beautiful paradise. And okay. Thank you for your time.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Where do people go? I guess they go to they can go to YouTube. Are they going to be live streamed, or is it just after the fact? Let's see. Are the videos going to be on there after the fact or at the same time?
Yeah. Of course. After conference, we're going to publish all the videos at the following week.
So, and then you can see the sessions here. Bookmark that for yourself. Where do people find you, my friend? Online?
They can find me on Blue Sky, on X. Just type my name, LinkedIn, right? So I'm happy to connect with everyone from the community. Ask me anything.
Are you on LinkedIn?
I am.
Do you want people to find you there or no? No.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually have a lot of people that go through my trainings, right? On Spring Academy itself, right? It's a self-paced training that connect me on LinkedIn. So any social network will work.
I'm trying to find you on one of them, just any of them. Like, here we go. I found one. Spring.academy. Let me put that in here. Gotta make sure people. This is the. Okay, I'm gonna now look for the bird website. Oh,
yep.
Oh, that website. Oh, there you go. I remember your handle, even though I don't use that website very much. There you go. Okay, my friend. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you all. I'll see you in Barcelona.
Bye.
Cheers.